My name is Sean Jepson. I am with FLIR Systems, who's the manufacturer of these cameras, pan-tilt systems. It's the largest manufacturer of infrared cameras in the world. And we are working with Olpegida in their conservation tech lab to build these camera systems to be mounted on vehicles, ranger vehicles, that will patrol at night to protect the animals.
In 2015, WWF received a grant to identify technology that could have an impact in conservation, specifically in security for anti-poaching. So after looking at all the different technologies, we looked at the typical night vision, really radar, any kind of technology that you could use. In this type of environment where you have heavy vegetation, it's real easy to camouflage yourself from your typical night vision. So we through the trial of a FLIR camera, we quickly realized that it was the best solution for both enhancing their night vision, but also making it easier for the rangers to identify either a poacher or a threat.
It has been a big challenge to us some days back because we used to use a manual method. You spot the footprints, you backtrack with the canine, then through ambushes, laying of ambushes.
We went on a night patrol, and there the way they would typically operate is they would see some signs and they would set maybe an ambush in that area, and they would sit in silence at night. And then they would, if they could hear anybody or if anybody walked in on them, they would spring an ambush and it would be chaotic. You can't see the nose in front of your face, so how do you expect to catch somebody?
Thermal imaging has been a game changer for most of the rangers that we talk to. It doesn't take long at all once they start using it for them to see the value and begin to use it every night in their patrols. Because with the thermal cameras they can see at night, whereas normally the darkness makes their job a lot harder. So FLIR makes thermal cameras, which are different from regular cameras like your cell phone camera or cameras you take pictures with. They just see regular visible light, like what your eyes see. And so when it gets dark, those cameras can't see anything. These cameras are different in that they see heat. And so they are not impacted by light. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of the day or the middle of the night. If it's light outside or dark outside, these cameras will produce the same image. So whereas before, the rangers could do their work easier during the day when they could see, and at night it got very difficult because they could only see as far as their headlights or as far as the torch or flashlight that they were carrying. These cameras will allow them to do the same work day or night, regardless of if the sun is up or down.
Most of the challenges that we encountered during night patrols, one, we have a shortage of personnel, so you find that you have a larger area to cover. So I believe by the help of the cameras, now that it can cover a distance of 3 kilometers, then you need only just a small team to cover a larger area. So to us, we have reduced the challenges, of course.
So what the vehicle-mounted system allows is it gives the rangers the capability to move around in the park and pick and choose where they want to monitor or surveil, or they may even move to multiple places at night. So this really keeps the poachers or whatever on their feet, because it adds that perception of risk, because they don't know where this camera may be. So this really gives the rangers the flexibility to, again, just monitor that area wherever they see fit.
This is the first kind of actual production run of these cameras. We have cameras out in the field, but they're more prototype versions. These are more of a production run. We've got 4 units that we're handing out to 3 different parks and preserves. So they'll be mounted on different trucks and going out to 3 different areas. And Olpegida here, where we are right now, already has one of these cameras. So we'll have 4 plus another couple prototypes we had out. We'll have 6 parks that are using these cameras now on a regular basis.
Olpejeta Conservancy has this tech lab in the bush. So for an engineer like me, or a technologist, somebody that's trying to develop some kind of conservation technology, I can trial it in the US, but as soon as you bring it in the bush, it'll fail. For whatever reason. A good example is baboons jumping on our solar panels, things we didn't think of in the US. But being able to fail fast in the field just allows us to accelerate fast. But again, test it in a real world environment with wildlife. But then as far as the sustainability, the biggest benefit of working with these guys has been the tech lab, is we have this group of IT personnel at KWS and at the Kenya Wildlife Service and at the Olpejeta, the technology lab, where we can provide the tools, provide the training, and provide the materials, and they can develop the conservation technology here and learn all the skills, learn the soldering, the crimping, the configuring the devices. So if things fail, they can be that quick response team. So in the past, it would be somebody, a representative of the company would come fly from the US, or I would come to try and resolve the issue, and it may be 3 months while the system's down. But having a team that understands the system through and through gives us, again, that capability so they can quickly fix the issues, but they can also train the rangers, but then they can also advance the technology. They can iterate on this current design to make it work better in Kenya.
We've learned a lot from Olpejeta, and as it goes, we had to come and take some knowledge from them to see what is it that they have done, that the number of intrusions and other human activities have reduced. And the answer was obvious: use of technology. And we embrace it as Kenya Wildlife Service solely. And I want to assure you that now, this year, we are going zero poaching. Yes.